now. Here we go, guys. We're going to be watching the NRLW. We are live. Hey, guys, how you going today on Big Ass Sport? We're here as the Sydney Roosters take on the Brisbane Broncos. A little bit late because I just finished up streaming that Dragons and Titans thriller. Really crazy game there. Titans nearly came back, but obviously in the end, the Dragons are too good. The Roosters have just received the ball 20 minutes out from their own line. I'm excited to see this because obviously these two teams have been in the league for a very long time. Well, not very long time, since the beginning, which is 3 or 4 years ago. But in the same sense, they're two well-established teams in the league and should be a good game. The Broncos have obviously won every single NRLW so far, 2018, 2019, and 2020. This is now technically the 2021 season, so they would go 4 in a row. If they had to win this year, and they've got a very good team, I'm going to quickly run through these team lines here before we get into the game, just to kind of go through and tell you guys what to expect here. If you want to know all about what's happening in the league this year, we'll talk about it in a second, but overall, let's go through these two teams. So for the Roosters, they've got Bridie Parker as the fullback there. They massive change last second, with the wingers being Leon Tufunga and Taylor Adeline Mapusua. In the centres, they've got Jessica Sturgis and Isabel Kelly, two of the best centres in the game for the women's game. Going into the halves, they've got Zahara Tamara and Jocelyn Kelleher in the 6 and the 7, with Sarah Tongatuki and Taylor Predabon in the front row forwards, Olivia Higgins in the number 9. Into the back row, they've got Yasmin Meeks, Olivia Kernick, and then on the lock, they've got Hannah Southwell. Moving on to interchange, Shorten Burden, Keely Joseph, Simone Karpani, and Racine McGregor. That's the Roosters lineup here. Now, there must have been a knock-on from the Roosters, or a knock-on from the Broncos then, because the Roosters had the ball here 30 metres out from their own line. For the Brisbane Broncos, we go to Tamika Upton, the number 1 fullback. She is fantastic forward, man. Really like watching her play. She's awesome to watch. Julie Robinson and Emily Bassett in the wings with Amy Turner and Shanae Siolka as the centre there. In the 5'8", they've got Taryn Aiken with Ali Brigginshaw, the best player in the game, as the number 7 halfback. On the front row forwards, Millie Boyle and Lena Doozy. Very good players there for the front row with Lauren Brown, number 9. Talisha Harden, Amber Hall at the back row with Nikita Sal as the lock. Moving on to interchange, Jada Ferguson, Caitlin Phillips, Roxette Murdoch, and Sarah Salthia. So that is the two lineups there today, guys. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. And now the Broncos do have the ball here 40 minutes out from their own line. But yeah, we were a little bit late because I did have to finish up that last game, and then I had to get a few things, and we're ready to go now. But let's get into the chat. Creamer says, come on the Broncos, smash the Goosters. Rapid Fire TV says, is it weird that I'm a Rabbitohs fan, but in NRLW I go for our biggest rivals, the Roosters? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I know they still represent Sydney, but it's still the Roosters organisation. So, yes, I would say it's extremely weird. I would. I know it's too different, and there is no Rabbitohs team, and there is no other Sydney team, and you really wouldn't want... But, like, kind of, yeah, it is significantly strange. But, you know, you do you, man. You do you. Bonesy boys, it's up to the Broncos. Like, I never got around the Broncos when the Titans won the comp. Now they're in the comp. That's going to be Roosters knock on the Broncos with the ball here. 25, 30 metres out from their own line. I'm sorry, from the Roosters line. Jed Kurtz, you doing the men's game later today? Unfortunately not, mate. Knights versus Storm game is later on tonight. I've got family round, so I'm not going to be doing that game. But I will be doing both games tomorrow, which is Sharks, Bulldogs, and Titans, Warriors, which is going to be super exciting. Keen as for that one. I'm too busy at the moment, unfortunately, to be doing the next women's game and also that men's game tonight because I've got family round and I'm going back to the Gold Coast on Wednesday, so I've got a lot of planning to do at the moment. Bones Boy says, sheesh, any Queensland team I go for. Get out of here, Bonesy boy. What are you, Cowboys fan? The only or a Titans fan, I guess, but really, there's no way you go for the Broncos. If you're a Cowboys or a Titans fan, there is absolutely 0% chance you go for the Broncos there. So third tackle here, right-hand side for Brisbane. They're 15 metres out. Here they go, big chance out of the wing. To right. Oh, maybe not, actually. Maybe not. She might have gone out, or it could be a try here. It is a try. That's a fantastic try for the Broncos. That is a fantastic try for the Broncos. They're on the wings. And who is that? I think it's the number 5 there. Maybe the number 5. Is it Emily Bass, apparently? Emily Bass with the try there for the Broncos, the Schmongos. That's just too easy. Too easy. Look at that defense. Not great, man, by the number 24. And Emily Bass just gets around her. That's a try done for the Broncos. So, let's go fix this one. Let's go do this score update. Boom. Justin Sunday, not happy with that one. You're not happy with that one. Sorry. But you know the Titans are my favourite. Buddy, gee whiz, mate. How do you get around the Broncos? Get out of it. Bones Boy says women's Roosters bottom 6. They are definitely bottom 6. Yeah, I would agree. Even the Broncos are bottom 6, to be fair, mate. I think it's a big call, but the Broncos are definitely a bottom 6 kind of side. Wow, she stayed. Oh. They're going to say try confirmed it. So the bunker is there. That was very tight, though. It was very tight. Captain Master says, on God, have the Broncos been in the comp. Oh, what? How long have the Broncos been in the comp? Since the start, they've won every time so far. They won 2018, they won 2019, they won 2020. So this is for them going 4 years in a row. Oh my God, there's another mosquito in this room. So sick of the mosquitoes. Get out of here. The room hasn't even been opened. Why is there a mosquito in here? How do you get in here, mate? It's magic. Kurt Menzies says, go the Schmonkos. So from the right-hand side here for the number 9, for the Broncos to see if she can make it 6-0. 30 minutes to go here, and... Oh, very close, but she does miss it. She does miss it there, very close. So we'll stay 4-0 here to the Broncos with 30 minutes to go. But let me know, guys, obviously, what your thoughts are in regards to the NRL Women's. Are you going to be getting around it on a frequent basis, or are you only getting around it because it is the first week? Because I know it doesn't really have a great deal of support at the moment, and I think it will be a while for it to... I think people will really start to care greatly about it. Maybe, well, not greatly, I guess, but I think it definitely will improve in support. You know, give it 5 more years or so. It's still a very fresh tournament, man. I think people don't really understand how fresh this tournament actually is. Justin Sunderland says, I'm only watching because you're streaming it, to be honest. Well, there you go too. There you go too. And this is what I was saying before. I want to stream this season because I know it is actually exciting to watch. There is a lot of mistakes that are going to be there. You got to understand and appreciate it for what it is. But I want to stream it because it's like everyone knows how passionate I am about rugby league. Everyone knows how much I love rugby league. If I'm not even watching it, then like if you're not someone who watches it already, you're going to be like, well, if he doesn't like it, well, why am I going to waste my time watching it? So yeah, I want to put myself out there and focus this year on covering it so that more people kind of watch it, understand it, and start to enjoy it. Because it is still fun to watch. It is still, the games are exciting, man. The last game was super exciting. Titans nearly came back from 14-0 down. Lost 20-12, but were down by 2 points, 14-12 with a minute to go before the Dragons were able to get that one there. But the Roosters here, good catch there by the fullback, and she's by the winger there. She'll get out to the 20-metre line. Creamy said, I don't mind watching it. It will be better when there is more teams. Yeah, 6 teams is very difficult to get around. Justin, you'd know all about the fact that the A-League is very difficult in regards to the lacking of teams. And A-League's got its different problems, so that's because the quality of the product is terrible. But, 10 teams it was for the most part, 12 teams now, but most of those 12 teams are terrible rather than on the upper end. You need a competition that has at least 50% of quality and 50% not great. You need that upper-ended quality. You can't have a league where it's only 6 teams or 10 teams and most of the teams are terrible, which is what the A-League is. So that's the biggest problem with that. I think the more it grows, the more exciting it's going to be. But for right now, the Broncos are clearing out the best team. Chuck and Donut says, I always watch the women's when I can, not as structured as the NRL women's, much more free-flowing. Always watch the women's when I can, not as structured as the NRL women's, much more free-flowing. NRL women's much more free-flowing. Oh, you're saying the NRL women's is much more free-flowing. Yeah, but they do, compared to the NRL. Oh, the Roosters here, number 13. She breaks on 3 5 minutes out. Yeah, the women's game is more free-flowing than the men's, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Hannah Southwell that was, by the way. 5 minutes out, second tackle here. Gives off to the number 7. She steps from the inside. She'll get taken down 2 metres short here of the line. And that's going to be Jocelyn Kelleher. And that's going to be a penalty here to the Chookers. They might have a chance to score here. Justin Sunderland says, a lot more problems with the A-League, but lack of teams is one thing. Yeah, it's one thing, but you can see the difference between the fact that the A-League has 12 teams and dead set, all of them are bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them are pretty bad. Roosters here! Oh! She's so good. She scored. She scored a try. It's going to be 6-4 here. The Roosters scored. They're going to take the lead. That's a brilliant try. That's a brilliant try there for the Chooksters. Well done. She just burst over the line there. That's number 10 for the Roosters. That is Taylor Predabon. Gee, she just banged over, son. Banged over. So it's going to be 6-4 here to the Chooks. Oh, gee whiz. Look at them go. Try time. Bing bong. 6-4 to the Chooksters. Creamy says, plus it's always good fun watching women get into each other. It actually is. And look, I'm going to throw this out there to you guys. You are genuinely allowed to say that you find the women attractive. You are allowed to say that. You are allowed to watch it. If anyone tells you that you can't say that, then tell them to shut up. Because a lot of the women who watch rugby league for the men's, they find the guys attractive. And they mention, did she actually get the ball? She did get the ball down there. They talk about how the guys are all attractive and whatnot, So don't let somebody just come and say, you're not allowed to speak about their appearance. You can say whatever the goddamn hell you want to do because the women do the exact same thing in the men. So don't think that you are unable to talk about how attractive some of the women are. That's what I will say. This could be a knock on, by the way. This could be a knock on here. This could be a knock on. And that could be a controversial opinion. I don't give a shit. You know, if women don't want to be talked about in regards to that, then the men shouldn't be talked about in regards to that. It is what it is, man. You know, no one's being derogatory about it. If someone is being derogatory about it, I will call it out in the chat. But it happens on both sides. Both sides. This is going to be a knock on here, I think, by the way, guys. Oh, no, that's a try. No, this is a try. This is a try here. Oh, it's going to be no try. Okay. It's going to be no try here, lads. So I thought it could have been a knock on, then I kind of went away from it, and then it's going to be called no try. So I was right the first time. There you go. So it's going to go back here to 4-0. The Roosters do not score. They do not score. Gonski. So 4-0 here to the Broncos. Look at this big Papa. Gee, she's got a chunk going there with that train. My goodness me, she got the offload as well. Gee whiz, who was that for the Bronx? She's a big bopper. I'm not even too sure. What was her number? She's even got a bit of the goose step in her game. Oh my goodness me, she's even got a bit of the goose step in her game. Unbelievable. Oh, it's Amber Hall. Amber Hall is who I'm talking about here. Big bopper with a goose step. You had me at hello. You had me at hello. Big bopper with a goose step. Third tackle here with the Broncos. They're 40 metres out. Steps on the inside, and she'll be taken down 35 metres out here on the line. On the left-hand side. By the way, there's American games going on right now too. San Diego. Oh, here we go. Broncos chance. Oh, she's thrown it to... no, she didn't throw it to Section B, but she tried to get it out to the crowd, but they unfortunately aren't on the field. The ball did still land in the field, so the Broncos had the ball. It's going to be a penalty here to the Broncos. Penalty to the Broncos. And that was fit tackle, by the way. Unbelievable. Penalty on fit tackle. I would love to know the crowd attendance today. There's a couple more people. There's a bit more people coming. Obviously, this is in Newcastle. The Knights play the Eels later on. I feel like there'll be a bit more who come for that game. But they may as well. They should just come for all three games. But then again, it's a Sunday. What are they going to do on Sunday? What are you doing on a Sunday in cold, buddy, rainy Newcastle? Well, it's not cold right now, but rainy Newcastle. What are you doing? It's not like Newcastle has any theme parks. Not like Newcastle's the Gold Coast, mate. The greatest place on the planet Earth. So right-hand side, Tamika. Oh, that's an unbelievable pass, but it was too hard. It was unbelievable pass, but it was too hard. If that wasn't as hard, she would have probably grabbed that and she probably would have ran through for a try. But unfortunately, that is probably Tamika Upton's pass there that screwed over the number 4 for the Broncos. And the number 4 for the Broncos is Shanae Ciesiolka. But that's a great tackle there by the Roosters too. This has been an enjoyable game so far. It's been a bit more, I guess, it's been a bit more free-flowing in regards to how solid both these teams are as a team in comparison to how the Titans were playing because they were very fresh, like I was saying. So Roosters here, going to get taken down 15 metres out from their own line. 23 minutes to go. Right-hand side, they're going to go. I really did think that the Titans have a lot going for them going into the future weeks, though. I want to go actually quickly have a look here at who they have next week. Would love them to not have to play the Broncos. Oh, big hit there from the Broncos. Roosters here, 40 out. By the way, I think this was the grand final of 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty certain it was the grand final of 2020, this. They Titans play the Roosters next week. Okay. Do a bit of scouting report right now. Bit of the scout. 4 tackle now for the Roosters. They're 45 metres out from their own line. Right-hand side, 4 tackle. They spread it out at the 50. Good little offload inside, and they'll get inside the attacking half now. So Knights, Broncos next week, and then Titans, Roosters, and Dragons, Eels. Alrighty. So good kick there from Jocelyn Kelleher. Yeah, this was the 2020 grand final, yeah. And the Broncos won by, I think it was 20-12, was it? They won by a decent amount, actually. It could have been 26-12 or something like that. Let's go have a look. 2020 was 20-10. I was close enough. 2019 was 30-6, and that was with the Dragons. And a 34-12. That was the first ever one, though. 34-12 was the one I was thinking of, and that was against the Roosters back in 2018. All right, so Broncos coming out of their own half here. It is very difficult, and I know that a lot of the women do obviously make an argument for, if you give us the time, we will eventually be as big as the men's. I really can't see it, to be fair. But in the same sense, best of luck to a man. I still enjoy watching it, but I dead set don't. I have to knock on there from maybe actually the Roosters. If you want to make a ballsy call here, referee, you could actually argue that's a knock on for the Roosters, and they're going to say it's a knock on for the Broncos. I think a ballsy call, which was actually probably the right call, is probably the Roosters knocked this ball on here. It is, yeah. The right call is probably a knock-on for the Roosters. But they've called it. They've called it as a Broncos knock-on here. They have called it as a Broncos knock-on. But I think the right call was the Roosters knock-on there. It would have been balls on the spot. Says, I wonder if many women even watch this. They don't. They don't. And that's because of what I was talking about before. One, it's a the NRL is the hype tournament, the one that everyone supports always. Two, they find the guys attractive. Sorry to say it, but it's the truth. And that's why if any woman tells you that you can't talk about the attractiveness of some of the women that play in this tournament, you can tell them to shut up. Because, that is just... we can talk about whatever we want. Don't make it a predominant about the game, though. That's the only issue. You don't talk about the women, the looks of the women, and make that the predominant talking point. That's when it becomes an issue. Oh, great pass here. Great pass. Roosters get the ball here 10 metres out. As long as you reference and say, oh, she's good looking, and then move on. You don't use that as the only reason you watch the game. So first tackle here with the Roosters. They're going to get the set restart here. Thank you very much. They're going to get a set restart here 10 metres out. And here we go, out of the wing. Oh, she has the numbers. Bro, if you pass that ball over the top, she gets that. Look at these. I'm flying, son. I'm flying. Oh. So second tackle now. And that's a knock on there for the Roosters. Yikes. Yikes. The Broncos get the ball. Yikes, yikes, yikes. You know what? I'd actually love to be... I guess this is a good stamping point as well for... Like we were talking about it before, I think this is a good way to implement a game before the men's, like we were talking about, but I still think the reserve grade competition should be the predominant there. Third tackle, leave the Broncos, and the women should get their own the women should get their own time slot that individualise them rather than, hold on to the men's game for support. The Broncos here, stepping on the inside. That was a really good play there. I think we're 25 metres out, fifth tackle. Broncos have been the better team in this game, though, to be fair. Oh, is that played out? I don't know. Played out. Okay, so we'll be first set restart now. I get another 6 tackles. I hate eating on stream, but I'm so hungry right now. Second tackle now. Left-hand side, here she goes. Robin gets! She's lost the ball. She's lost the ball, and that's going to be Roosters' ball. Knocked on Whoa! The Broncos can get the ball here. They're going to say knock on Roosters. Ooh. Are they pizza pockets? No, they're like prawns. They're like fried prawns or something. I don't know. Pretty good, though. Fried prawns and soy sauce. I'm flying. Justin Sutherland says nothing wrong with eating on stream. Yeah, but with the way I do my streams, I talk quite a lot, obviously, because I hate silences. So you guys are watching me watch a game. So for me, to make it worthwhile, I feel like talking just constantly and telling you what's going on in the game, my opinion, your chat, all that type of stuff. It prevents me from being able to sit there and, eat for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatnot. And I hate silences. So that's the only issue. 19 minutes ago here of the first half. Thumbs up, subscribe, guys. Broncos 3 minutes out from the line here. A lot of streamers do it. They do, but they don't talk like I do, with how fast I usually talk. They're usually very on and off. Second tackle now. I don't know. It's just a thing that I've always had. I hate when someone's eaten. The thing is, I actually have been speaking with certain companies, and it could actually be something that we do in regards to halftime and whatnot during NRL games, because it's a good idea, considering that people obviously are always eating at halftime. Get a pizza into your son. But eating a full pizza on a stream would be full on. That'd be full on. Fifth tackle now, 2 metres short. This Roosters defense is pretty good. Over the top here, out to the wing. Chancey. Oh, good pass. Oh, good defense. Who was that? That defense of the Roosters was phenomenal. Flamingo says hi. Hello, Flamingo. Number 4. That's Surges. That is an unbelievable try saver there. No, it's Isabel Kelly. Isabel Kelly, fantastic defense. Look at this, that pass on the inside, but Isabel Kelly just crunches her. What a lass. Get around her. What? Get around her. What a tackle. So 5 metres out here. And the Roosters, that was a great defensive play there, truly. But she is injured because of that now. Apparently there's a hair pull. Surely she's not going... There's no way commentary's right there. I think they're alluding to the fact that Isabel Kelly is down because of a hair pull. I don't think she's down injured because of a hair pull. There's no way. Forward tackle now for the Roosters, 45 metres out from their own line. The right-hand side, up the guts. Fair tackle now. I'm so excited for the NRL start, man. Truly. Especially that Panthers-Manly game, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Gee whiz. Tamika Upton, good catch. And she's going out right inside. She's a great player, man. She made an extra 30 metres on that play. She was in the Indigenous All-Stars team. Got a lot of criticism. I don't know why. I don't know why people have so much problems. Too many people have problems with everything. Doesn't matter what it is. There's always something that's an issue with somebody. Third tackle here. I think they were saying something like that they didn't think she was Aboriginal or something, or Indigenous. It's just ridiculous. You don't know shit. Why do you think you're going to tell people what they are? Right. And why do you care about telling people what they are? So 4 tackle down for the Broncos. They're 35 metres out. 30 metres out now. Roosters, I think defensively, are probably on top of this game. I know they're down 4-0. Were up 6-4, then got the try taken away from them because of the bunker. But I genuinely believe the Roosters have probably been the better team overall. Just can't seem to get in the right position. The Broncos are putting them into their own 10-metre line. They're having to fight their way out of it, move up the field, and it's just not getting anywhere near enough metres. But when they've got the ball, they're looking pretty decent with it, and their defence has been phenomenal. So, just comes down to whether the Broncos can break through it. Because right now, if the Roosters get an opportunity, they scored in their first and only opportunity and got taken away. So 4 tackle now, 30 metres out. Copper says, a lot of other streamers don't add anything to the game like you do. You're the best sports streamer I've seen. Appreciate you, dude. I do know what you're saying, though. I'm not going to sit here and, be arrogant about myself. But in the same sense, I do get what you're saying. This is what I'm saying in regards to I hate quiet moments. Because a lot of other streamers... that's out in full. Yo, actually, it's a bad kick from the Roosters. So the Broncos will get the ball here 40 metres out from the Roosters line. A lot of other streamers, and it doesn't matter what sport it is, doesn't matter what community it is, they will sit there and literally watch the game, right? They won't actually tell you what's going on. Like, they'll tell you occasionally, they'll say, oh, this person's doing this, and then they'll go back and they'll just watch it. And it's like they're weighing up in their own head kind of what to say next. It's like, I don't need to weigh up in my head what I'm going to say next. I just talk to you guys like I'm talking to a normal person. It's like, we're sitting here like mates watching the game. Yes, I'm commentating what's going on in the game for people who can't watch it. I'm also reading your chat. I'm also, giving my opinion and whatnot. And yeah, I am adding to it. But a lot of other streamers, I think that they don't really think of the chat as someone who's not watching the game. So they don't really give you anywhere near enough to understand what's happening. There is actually good ones in America, like Rocha in the basketball for the Golden State Warriors. I do know him. I actually spoke to him before he really blew up and whatnot. Oh, Broncos going to be away here, 5 minutes out. He actually does really give quite in-depth in regards to how the Golden State Warriors are going. He's a Golden State Warriors fan. Crunch! That's a huge hit by the number 8 there for the Roosters. Jeez, Tonga Tuki or something it is? I'm listening to the commentary there to tell me that name. Number 8 here for the Roosters. Who is it? Tonga Tuki. Sierra Tonga Tuki. Gee whiz, get in my belly. That was a huge hit. Oh, underneath there for the Broncos. 9. This defense in the Roosters is wild. This defense in the Roosters is wild right now. Fit tackle, 10 metres out. Here they go. Chance kicks it through. Maybe a drop out. No, she's going to get out here. She's going to get out here. Oh, the Roosters have been so good. Look, she's still going. She's still going. Oh, stop it. This is wild. I'm super impressed here with the Roosters. They're going to go out to the right-hand side here. I just want to see them not inside their own 10 because they've been good. They just don't have any opportunity. They have no opportunity in this game. They have no opportunity in this game. Give them an opportunity. I guarantee they score. Because we haven't seen anything from the Broncos defensively. Forward tackle for the Roosters, 35 metres out from their own line. And there is an injury. A blood bin. Captain James says, only Broncos team I'll get behind is the women's. Why? Are you from Brisbane? Surely not, because then you'd be a Broncos fan. The Broncos women's team wins every single year. Lomax wants to tell a BKR, I think I've won that bet. What bet? Captain James says, holy, that's a lot of blood. Yeah, there's a lot of blood here. A lot of blood here. But, oh, yeah, her forehead's gone straight into the chin. Straight into the chin. So, yeah, she's bleeding pretty significantly there. Oh, yikes. Hope she's all right. Geez, her eye's done. Well, I thought she got hit. Did she actually hit her eye? I thought she hit the forehead. Lomax was up with the Dragons. Yeah, they got a good win just before. Got a good win. Obviously, first game in the women's season. I actually was relatively disappointed in the Dragons. I thought they should have done a little bit more with the Titans, to be fair. But, still got the win overall. And, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they go this year. I genuinely believe give the Titans a couple of games. That's their first ever game, obviously. I genuinely believe give the Titans a couple of games and they'll be a pretty decent team. Lomax Wells, I think your stream is less delayed now from the last game. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't wait till I'm back in Australia, man. Then I'll have KO and I won't have to worry about delayed stream and whatnot. Might even get just the TV in my room and put Channel 9 on it and whatnot. But yeah. Lomax Wells says, no, I was talking about the Charity Shield. What about Charity Shield? I didn't watch it. What about it? Ryan Zargo says, hey, BKR, you're going to stream the Eels Knights game. Would enjoy it if you can, but all good if you can't. Eels Knights women's game? No, unfortunately not. So, like I said to you guys in the last stream, I'm very flat out right now. I'm going back to Gold Coast on Wednesday. I got my family around that I'll see for the last time in, quite a few months. Oh, Broncos dropped the ball. Goes backwards, though. So I'm seeing them. They're outside. I decided to do 2 games today because I really want to pump the women's game out this year. But oh, no, I won't be doing that. But I'll be doing 2 games tomorrow night in the Titans and Warriors and Bulldogs and Sharks. So that should be good. Plus, we've got the NRL Hookers tier list that comes out tomorrow. If you guys haven't checked out that 5/8 yet, you probably should. It kind of got lost with subscribers amongst the streams. So definitely go and check that out after this. And then on Friday this week, we'll have the, what's it called? The second rowers. The final one, too. We've gone through all the 2. Oh, the number 3, buddy. That's Surgis. That was a huge hit. That was a huge hit there by Jessica Surgis. Lomax Wells, the Dragons won 16-10. Lomax missed all his kicks, though. Oh, there you go. Well, good stuff there. Obviously, a trial game, But, yeah, look, cool. I'm not a big fan of the Rabbitohs this year. I've said this to you guys for a while now as well. I'm not a big fan of Cody Walker partnering anybody who's not Adam Reynolds, because Cody Walker wasn't really much until he partnered Adam Reynolds, and then after he partnered Adam Reynolds, whenever he's played a game that wasn't with Reynolds, it's usually a loss. So I did tell you guys I thought the Dragons were going to win that one, but in the same sense, it wasn't really a game that I was going to stream it, but I have family around. I'm just too flat out at the moment. So 11 minutes to go here of the first half. The Broncos have the ball 15 minutes out. Here we go. Chance here for the Bronx. 5 minutes out. These have been 2 good games here today, though. Dragons, Titans, and Roosters, Bronx. This is a close one, too. The last one was a really close one. Closer than the score of 8 points suggested, too. It was a 2-point game in that last game until the last minute. And, Roxy Murdoch. I think she's got a try. She has got a try. Broncos got a try here. 8-0. It's going to be 10-0 here. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong. Try. So I vote out Broncos. Roxy Murdoch. I think I follow her on Instagram. I don't know. I follow a lot of players on Instagram that I don't even know, but I'm pretty certain I follow her on Instagram. And there you go, lads. There you go. That's why she scored a try, because I do. So Roxy Murdoch with the try there. And look at that. Just runs it straight at the guts and turns it around. Goes, boomski. Try time. So it's going to be 10-0 the Broncos. It is 8-0 here, but it will be 10-0 any moment now. Oh, jeez. This is always just such shocking. I don't want you to do that. My score looks better than yours. My score looks better than yours. Actually, I'm going to do this. That's what's going to do it. This will help it be better. Oh, no, it doesn't, actually. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Let's make that smaller again. This is the first time I'm doing women's games. Actually, I need to fix this anyway for when the men's is on this year anyway. Does anyone find it somewhat odd that this, if you look down there, the hyphen in between the 2 scores is on a weird angle compared to the above numbers and the below first half numbers? All over the shop. Lomax World says, Yeah, I was telling the Sook Bunnies fans that we were going to win. No, Bennett and Reynolds. So yeah, look, like I said, trial game, man. Wouldn't take too much out of it. Don't take anything out of anything really when it comes to preseason. But in the same sense, you got the win. So you will take the individual performances. I think I saw a couple of highlights, and there were some good tries in the highlights. But I didn't get to watch the game. Obviously, no, I didn't get to watch the game. Tony Collins says, try time. Ryan Zargos says, did the Titans beat the Dragons? No. They were down 14-0, came back to 14-12 with a minute to go, and then the Dragons scored a try to seal it. But there was a lot of knock-ons in the game. You understand it and expect it because the Titans' first ever game as a professional team in the women's game was actually relatively happy with how the Titans played. Just the knock-ons and the right side defense, was not great, but definitely fixable with the more games that you do get. And that was, I think, a pretty decent performance there for the Titans. Dragons, on the other hand, was not too impressed there. But in the same sense, Emma Tonegado had a fantastic game there, the ex-Australian Sevens player. Oh, Broncos hit the ball, halfway point, third tackle. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe when you're around here, 9 minutes to go. Loma, oh, here we go. Broncos out to the left-hand side. Here we go. Spencer, get that spread going, son. Get that peanut butter going. She's still going here. Man, I love some of the way these girls run. It's just bloody phenomenal how they just keep those legs pumping. Loma Swell says, me eating bunnings, snags, listening to BKR. The commentator box is music to my ears, mate. That is something that we're talking about here. I can't wait to have, buddy. I can't wait to get back and eat like Australian food. Like, I love being in Fiji, but in the same sense, like, give me some KFC, bun and snag, Subway. Oh, gee whiz, now we're talking. Now we are talking. I actually thought they got rid of those bun and snags, didn't they? Or am I? Oh, they got rid of onions, didn't they? Was it they got rid of onions? Oh, shit, I don't know. I've been all over the shop for ages. Grimmy says, yeah, it's off-centre. People with OCD will go crazy. I kind of am. I don't have OCD necessarily, but in the same sense, like, I want it to be right. But I don't care too much, but it is relatively annoying. Rapid Fire Tip says, as a Rapids fan, I have us coming 7th. Like I said, guys, I won't tell you who I've got coming where until next Monday, but I do have the Rabbitohs not being as high as some other people might say, but their spine's still pretty decent. Oh, Roosters, great run here. Look at this. Gets out of the 40. Good run. The worst thing is when you've had a good feed, and you've got your last little bit. You just want to save that last little bit. But now it's gone. We're now finished. Love Maxwell says, Parramatta were machines last night, though. I watched the whole game. Yes, but trial game, spurts, players in spurts. Panthers didn't have Cleary, didn't have Edwards, didn't have Yeo, didn't have Fisher Harris, and only played their players in spurts. So yes and no, but the Eels are underrated this year. They are. Too many people are saying out of the top 8. They're mad. They're mad for saying that, but people always want to hate. Titans bottom 4, Eels out of the 8. That's the idiots we have to deal with on a regular basis. Doctor says the onions are supposed to go on the bread first these days. Don't make me angry, Copter. Oh, don't make me angry. Ryan Zargos says, yeah, Para were really good, but it's only a trial, unfortunately. Absolutely. I have watched the extended highlights of that game, which was good. Congratulations to Parramatta. I'm not denouncing them at all. I think they're relatively underrated compared to a lot of teams, a lot of what people are saying this year. Oh, that's a good... Oh, that was very close. Very close. What was I going to say? I think a lot of people are crazy tipping the Eels out of the 8. I think a lot of people are crazy for tipping Rabbitohs top 3. I think a lot of people are crazy for saying Storm out of the top 6, but that's because they always say that. Because they don't get it. It's Craig Bellamy. Who else is there? Who else? Titans bottom 4. Anyone who says that, I want you to stop being friends with them. I want you to stop being friends. I want you to stop being friends with someone if they tell you Titans bottom 4. I want you to stop it. I want you to tell them. I want you to look them in the eye. I want you to say, you're a dickhead. That's what I want you to say to them. Blake Hart says, yeah, Para played really well. Knock on for the Roosters at the first play of the game. First ball, sorry. Aiden Hammond said something, then retracted it, so I can't read that coming out. I've got Eels coming 3rd to 5th. I'm not going to tell you where I've got them, but I definitely think they're underrated. So right-hand side here, 0 tackle with the Broncos. Underneath here, Brigginshaw, very good step off the right foot, but she gets taken down 2 metres short of the line. First tackle here for the Broncos. Here they go. They look like they're going to get a decent win here. It was close, and the Roosters were looking good, but it's definitely changed. The Broncos are definitely on top now. Oh, here we go. Ryan Sarkles, Bulldogs, top 4. That's dumb. Don't make me have an aneurysm. Don't do it. Broncos are going to score a try here. They're going to score a try. 2 Held up. Held up. They're going to check it, but I think it's held up. Keely Joseph there, held up. She's going to say no try. Yeah, she's going to say no try. She's going to check the bunker, but she's going to say no try. Lomax Waltz, I saw Ravalawa yesterday at the game because I was there, and surprisingly the bloke, good English, although I thought he was a Sivo kind, but going in front of him, in my point of view, he looked like a giant. Ravalawa, Fijians nowadays usually should have good English behind them, solid English behind them. Nah, held up, no try. I would assume unless this changes it here. No, I think it's a no try. I don't think you got enough evidence there to say that's touched the ground. There's a hand underneath it as well. I'd say that's a held up. Fijians should have solid English behind them. A lot of the time, Fijians are actually taught English in their schools as a first language. I actually know a lot of Fijians who have Fijian as their second language. So it's, yeah. Sivo might have been a part of the previous lot, but with the government, they've changed quite a lot in the sense that they really enforce English in schools. So it's not like when you're at school, you're learning under Fijian. If you're in a Fijian school necessarily, a lot of them are learning in English. So that's why Ravalawa probably is, because he's this next, how old's he? Like 22? How old is Ravalawa? As long as he gets rid of those drop balls in his game, I tell you what, he'll be a good player. He just needs to get rid of the drop balls in his game. Full tackle now, right-hand side. Briginshaw, oh, good step from Briginshaw. She'll get the offload away. Not great though. No, it's off the toe though of the number 9 there for the Broncos, so it will be a dropout. But still, a bit dodgy there from Briginshaw to be offloading that to Lauren Brown. It's almost all right, though. Aiden Hammond says, who do you think will win the first NRL game? If you remember, you will see my NRL tips. But if you're not a member, you won't see my NRL tips. But who do I think will win the NRL game right this second? This is not my tip, but I would have to go based on the premiership winners of the Panthers being at home. But with that being said, regardless, my NRL tips will come out weekly for the members of this channel. Matt Ravala's 24. I was close enough. Darren Daniels says, my schoolmates learned some German. I've never understood why. Oh, Broncos here close to me, sure. Take it down. Most schools have German, Italian, or French. There's 3, and that's like grade 6 or something like that. You usually learn, and then you can optionally do it in high school, I believe. Left-hand side here, Tamika Upton. Upton goes through. Take it down to me, sure. 4 tackle, 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Ryan Zarka says, which winger can actually catch a ball? Corey Thompson can. Anthony Don can. Mother bitch, don't talk to me about wingers dropping the ball. Micah Sivo is actually a very good catcher of the ball. Right-hand side, Lauren Brown gets it off. Leonard Deuce with a good offload to Brown to get it off to Briginshaw. Briginshaw to the number 4 here for the Broncos, and she will get taken down. 10 metres out. Hoofhearted says, have any teams surprising the trials? Dragons for me. Kind of. Like, it's trials, but, like, kind of. Like, yeah, kind of. It's trials, man. You know, I've seen teams go and win both trials and come last. And I've seen teams who have not won shit and, you know, won the comp. Like, it happens actually pretty much every year because teams who are good aren't trialing shit. You know what trials means, right? Trials means that they're trialing out players, or they're trialing out combinations, or they're getting players warmed up, or they're trialing out, you know, situations in a game where they might adjust. It's a trial. So, like, they're not, and I'm not having a go at you here, I'm explaining this for everyone else who don't get it, because the only reason people are looking at trials this year is because it's on TV. Most of the time, we don't get them on TV. That's the only reason people are even looking at trials. So, normally, you wouldn't get this kind of hype, you know, nonsense that teams are good because of a trial. Because trials mean absolutely nothing. You will see... oh, it's a try Broncos. Try Broncos there. Oh, no. She actually she blew the whistle and called something else, and then has decided to change her opinion and go to the bunker. Just want to throw this out there. Can't do that, but cool. Oh, you can actually do that, to be fair. I'm thinking of a different sport. I think this is a try here, but she called no try. She's gone to the bunker here. She goes... oh, maybe knock on. It might be... if they've called the Roosters want to knock on, this might be a knock on too, and it might be off the back of their... oh, I think she's lost her handle of that. I think she might have just lost the handle of that because they called the Roosters for the same thing before. This should be a no try here. Yeah. Yeah, loses possession. So it'll be a knock on there. Captain Masters try, I think. No. Blake Harlan says, as much as I want to back Charlie Staines, I feel that Taylor May would go better, especially with the combo of him and Isaac Targo that they should have had in the New South Wales Cup. Well, Charlie Staines is a winger. Your wingers right now are Brian to O and well, to be fair, you'd have to chuck Charlie Staines on the wing or whatnot. So no try. Your back line, Dylan Edwards. Edwards didn't play, obviously. Number 3 and 4 is Stephen Crichton. And who's the other centre? Who's the other centre there? Ryan Zargos says Panthers lost 36-0. They're obviously going to finish 16th. Obviously, mate. Obviously. I have watched a lot of the Broncos in the preseason, though, and I will say that I am concerned with individual players, and I don't think that Adam Reynolds does enough to change his team. With that being said, trial. Bella Collingwood Magpie says, hi, hello. Blake Harlan says, Isaac Targo will be our other centre. Oh, there you go. So Roosters now 40 minutes out from their own line. Have not had much possession in the last 10 minutes. Actually, 21% possession in the last 10 minutes. And have not had really any ball in the attacking. Oh, that's a knock-on. Ringleberger says, Edwards is an underrated fullback. Kind of. I think he is, to the fact that people put him and do the job. I think he's lower end quality, but I wouldn't be putting him higher end quality, but I do think lower end quality. And the reason I refer to that as in my tier makers. If you haven't watched the fullback team maker yet, you probably should go and watch it. I wanted Dylan Edwards bottom of do the job of quality. Who did I do it with? Mr. Luke Sports wanted bottom of do the job, I think it was, and I was like, nah. So on mid area of do the job, but I made sure at least he was top end to do the job. But I definitely think he's underrated in regards to a lot of aspects. With that being said, I wouldn't go too far on that. Broncos kind of a knock on there. Oh, they're not going to call that. Cool. Ryan and Zargo says, how much time has Paul Moravsky changed clubs? Yeah, but they're good clubs, though. It's not like he's changed them from the Roosters to the bloody, Cowboys or the Melbourne Storm to the Tigers. Hell, he was at the Tigers at one stage, wasn't he? I think he was at the Tigers, then went to the Storm, then went to the Panthers, and now he's at the Roosters. So, that's a knock on there from the Bronx. And the Roosters might be away here. Oh, good work there from Tamika Upton, who dropped the ball, but to get back in defence quickly as well. Oh, number 2's still going in for the Chooks. That's nice. So he's swapping between good teams. It's not saying that he's a bad player. That's saying that maybe teams see more of him from the outside, and when they get from the inside, they don't really like him that much. That actually could be it. So first tackle here for the Chooks at the halfway point. Oh, good run. Good run there by is that 11 or 17? I can't see. I'm trying to really force myself to know these names. 11 for the Roosters is Yasmin Meeks. Well, there you go. Third tackle now, 30 minutes out. There should be half-time here. She's not going to be able to play the ball, and she will not be able to play the ball. So half-time, 10-0 to the Brisbane Broncos, and comfortable lead here at half-time with the Broncos, in my opinion. I think the Roosters were pretty decent early on, but since then haven't really been able to get too much going on. So obviously hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here, and we will be doing the women's game this season. I don't care if we get 5 views. I don't care how many people watch. The fact of the matter is, I want to really get more people watching this format in the women's game, because it does deserve a lot more viewing. But Hannah Southwell will go on report there. So yeah, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Blake Harlan says Edwards ran 230 metres in the grand final with a broken foot. He always delivers. Yes, but there is the ceiling. That's the thing. Like, when you're thinking of elite, there is no ceiling, right? When you're thinking of elite, there is probably a floor of upper end of the job, is what you'd say with the floor. But the ceiling is elite. And there's no way you'd be... Sorry, the ceiling for elite is there is no ceiling, right? For quality, the ceiling is pretty much what elite can cover on a more regular basis, but they can't take it to that absolute, like the level where they simply take it on their own backs, realistically. That's why Latrell probably comes down a little bit, because he can't necessarily, for me, and I could easily argue him for elite too, and we were close to putting him into elite, but there are a lot of aspects of his game where he can't individually, because he's got the other players around him. We'll see it this year. You can't really see it with a really good team, an individual player stand up like that, because there are so many great players there that will take some of the limelight. But yeah, like I said, like there are, with quality, your ceiling is what the elites can achieve, but just not on a consistent basis, and you're always doing very, very good rather than unbelievable. But Dylan Edwards, his ceiling is probably lower end of quality. I can't see him going higher than lower end of quality. Blake Harlan says, yeah, I'm not saying he's elite, I just rate him as very reliable. Yeah, which is what do the job is, but I think he's still got the ability to take it into that quality area. Marcel says, do you know yet if you're making Big Ass Sport America? We've already got Big Ass Sport USA as a channel. It's already there. We've already got it. but I just haven't done anything on it yet. I'm waiting until I'm back on the Gold Coast to really smack that channel out. Actually, can someone please let me know how the balls went? That reminds me. Thank you very much. That reminds me. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Can someone please tell me how the balls went? Because I remember we were down by like 12 when I last saw it, and I can't find my phone right now. Can someone tell me how the balls went, please? Blake Hart says he couldn't improve his ball playing. I just think it's just the electricity that's missing there for me. You know, it's the electricity where he's not able to just go wild, really. Like, Edwards is going to do what he needs to do. Jerome Luai, unbelievable. Nathan Cleary, unbelievable. Abisai Korosau, unbelievable. Usually you'll find in the spine there's one relatively lackluster player who really does pick it up with the great players. Look at Chad Townsend, for example, in the Sharks 2016 team. Had Ben Barber, had Mick Ennis, had James Maloney. 3 unbelievable in the spine. And then James Maloney played at 6 or 7. Anyway, long story short, Chad Townsend was the kind of how you going guy that really stood up with them. And I find that with Dylan Edwards too. I find that with probably what Aaron Clark will be like this year with Toby Sexton, Jaden Campbell, and AJ Brimson. I really feel like it's going to be the case because they're all electric kind of players. Look at the Rabbitohs. They've got Damien Cook, they've got Latrell Mitchell, and they've got Cody Walker. And they've just got to hope that Lachlan Lillies can be that guy to stand up as that 7 there and really move with the 3. But the fact of the matter is, it's really difficult to get a spine of 4 just incredibly quality players, which is what the Storm have, obviously, in Munster, in the 6, you got Jerome Hughes in the 7. The 9 is Harry Grant, and then you go to the fullback, which is Pappenhausen, and you don't really have a lackluster picker-upper as to per se in that team. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to kind of try and pinpoint one, oh, no, you can't. You can't. They're all quality. So, yeah, most of the time, though, you're going to see one that needs to be picked up quite dramatically in that spine, no matter where it is. Grizzlies won by 6, 116, 110. Damn it, man. Damn it. Close. Still not healthy yet, the Bulls. Obviously, still no Lonzo Ball, still no Alex Caruso and whatnot. But in the same sense, much better than what we saw last time out. Balls were losing last time I checked. Thanks, Daz, mate. How dare you? Daz, mate, I want you to lie to me next time and tell me that we won, all right? Shit, man. Daz, mate says, that's normally our away jersey. Oh, what's this? Big Papa said, has the women's AFL Gold Coast team always used the NRL GC colours? I think that's the away jersey, isn't it? Like Daz, mate just said, yeah, it's like a blue and yellow and red kind of thing. I don't know. I don't really watch the women's in the AFL. I haven't really watched the women's in the AFL. Too busy. But I think so. I've always associated the women's AFL on the Gold Coast with like a really Gold Coasty blue, because the Suns are red, yellow, and white, but the women's side I think is blue and red and yellow or something like that. But I'll tell you what, for anyone who's just coming into the game, Roosters have been unbelievable defensively in this game so far. So if you're a Roosters fan who are down 10-0, it's because you're getting beaten by a team that is the best team in the comp by a decent margin. They've won the last 3 comps in a row. The only 3 comps that there have been in regards to the sport here for the women's game. So yeah, don't get yourselves too down. Not that many people do really emotionally invest themselves in the women's side of the game, but give it a few years and maybe they might. But yeah, not this Monday, but probably next Monday is when I'll get into the the BKR Sport USA channel. That's probably when I'll get into it. Because I really want to be doing it now, but with that being said, there's just kind of no point because it's going to be a tough week for me this week. Very, very, very busy week. Very busy week, especially on Wednesday when I leave. Monday, tomorrow, I've got to pump out the hookers for the NRL Team Maker. Plus, we've got the 2 games and the Sharks and the Dogs, plus the Titans and the Warriors game, which is going to be a big night. Plus, I've got to drive to bloody other side of Fiji and back tomorrow as well to drop off family. Then on Tuesday, day beforehand, just pack everything up. Pack my whole life up, get back to the Gold Coast, get to Sydney on Wednesday, stay overnight there. I don't even know. Is there any games? Oh, maybe it might be an A-League game or something like that. I usually like when I'm at a hotel to still do something at night there. Maybe there might be something on Wednesday. Cat Masters looking good for the Broncos. Yeah, well, that's to be expected, man. You know, they're favourites to win this comp. They're favourites to win this comp every single year because they've set up the foundations for it. Melbourne City Perth Glory. I might stream that. I haven't done an A-League game in ages. That's because the A-League, realistically, it sucks, man. It really does suck. It really sucks bad. Actually, what are the standings even looking like right now? Geez, City have played 15 games. Some teams have played 13 games. Some teams have played 12 games. Some teams have played 10 games. Get out of my face. That league's shit. Ryan Zarko says, if the NRLW had more teams, I think more people would care. Now that Para has a team, I'm interested in the results. it comes down, and that's the thing. I didn't really give too much for shit until the Titans came in this year. I still watched it occasionally when I had nothing else to do, but with my team now having a team, it makes me at least somewhat interested. And then with the somewhat interested, then you can kind of work your way into actually giving a shit eventually. So yeah, that's what I'd say. With the Titans coming in, it does give me more of an active interest. I'm never going to cry if the Titans lose the grand final. I can tell you right now, it's going to take another generation to come through and really be getting behind the women's game for them to have the emotional investment. I'm never going to have that where I'm super angry at a result or I'm super upset at a result, like what you saw with the Roosters Titans last year or Sharks Titans last year, Broncos Titans last year. I'm never going to have that kind of reaction to it. But with that being said, I would love my daughter eventually to have that kind of reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. And that's why I want to do these streams here too, to get more acknowledgement around the league. Blake Hart says, I was getting a haircut early today and they were talking about the NRLW, so there is some interest. There is some, but with that being said, there's no emotional interest is what I'm saying. There's no emotional interest. But there is still care factor-ish. But it's like, what I'm trying to say is you're not going to see a Titans active area. Well, you'll see it, but it's more only if they're going to be before the Titans game. And it's like it's like the under-20s game, right? Back in, how long ago was that? 5-6 years ago now, the NRL under-20s was a thing before the game every time. And I think that was a great idea for reserves rather than under-20s. And people were there to watch it, but with that being said, it was just because that was the game before the big game. Otherwise, no one would have gone and watched the under-20s. No one would have gone and watched it. Not even many people watched it anyway, but you'd still get some active interest in it because, and it was on the grand final day too. That's the thing. People actually do get behind reserve grade. This is why I really don't understand why the NRL have never really focused on this and having a reserve grade competition. Like, they're really focusing on being the women's game and making it the NRLW, but shit, man, you gave an actual Titans reserve grade team the game before against the same team. Like, you have the exact same draw, but for the reserves against the other team. The exact same draw. It works. It does work. People will care about it because they'll see their young guns coming through. They'll see their next lot down. People will know who will replace the next player coming through. Like, for example, the Broncos, say Farnworth goes down, the next thing they'll know who the next player is going to come in, not based off just what some rando at the pub said. They're going to know based on the fact that they watch the reserve grade. I'm telling you, people would actually watch the reserve grade competition. They watch enough of the Burleigh Bears when they can. They watch Tweed Head Seagulls when they can. They watch the NRL on grand final day. They watch the winner of the Queensland Cup versus the New South Wales Cup. But honestly, there would be active interest in it if they actually financed it. But the fact of the matter is that it is very difficult to finance a sport right now that isn't getting a great deal of numbers to the games. It just isn't. Better than the A-League, better than the BBL, but compared to the AFL, the reason why, because the AFL is much better to watch at the game because you can see everything. You can't just be focused on a little square. But with the NRL, you can watch the entire game from the little square because you're only on a 10-metre field, basically. And the camera can easily pan. With AFL, you can't see where the ball's being kicked half the time. So you're just assuming the ball's going to go somewhere. And someone's going to grab it. That's why more people go to that, because the game is more centered around people going there. So they don't have any financial issues, the AFL. But the Rugby League definitely has financial issues in comparison, but do have more numbers than the NRL. Any AFL fan who tells you otherwise is wrong. Statistically, NRL has more numbers on the TV, because that includes State of Origin, includes every single aspect. They won't want to talk about State of Origin because obviously it's not the actual league itself and they don't have an Origin. Not my problem, not anyone's problem besides theirs. You know what I'm saying? And I love AFL. But it's just the argument they use. Oh, don't include State of Origin because we don't have that ourselves. Not my problem. You don't have it. When you did have it, it wasn't great. You didn't build it enough. So that's the thing. And because Victoria's always going to win that, really. They're always going to win that. Ryan Hans says, go the Roosters. Well, there you go, mate. Well, there you go. So 10-0 to the Broncos here. And the Roosters actually haven't been too bad, but the Broncos are just that good. They just simply are that. They just simply are that good. But yeah, I would love to see a reserve grade competition coming in. But with that being said, I hope the women's game grows. Like I said before, we're going to see the Cowboys come in next year. The Warriors will come back. For anyone who doesn't know, the Warriors are actually a team in this competition, but aren't here because of the global situation right now and financial situation revolving around that club. Yeah, things will change. Things will change, and we'll get back to hopefully normal sometime soon. Once, global dictators decide to just mind their own business and do their own thing in their own countries, that'd be nice. That'd be nice just to kind of mind your own goddamn business. But Whatever, man. But if anyone's going to... Actually, I want to go back here and really put into my mind these players' names again. I really want to, by next week, have the ability to say who is every single player nearly. Because I have a really good memory in regards to... because I have to... I'm always watching these players, the individual players, and putting it into my mind. One game, I'll remember them all for next week. But especially, you know, like Jessica Sturgis and Isabel Kelly are easy ones. You know, they're too easy. Most people should know them because of the fact that New South Wales versus Queensland. Actually, can someone in the chat let me know since when the women's origin's been going? Because I feel like New South Wales won like 20 years in a row or something like that. And I feel like, or Queensland might have won like 20 years in a row or something like that. I can't remember. It was until they had an origin game. This is the growth of the game, right? I remember going to a Titans versus Raiders game maybe at Seabus back in like 2014, and the pre-game entertainment was the women's origin. Like shit, man. The pre-game entertainment for the Titans versus Raiders or some rando game, and the Titans were terrible back then, was the women's origin between Queensland and New South Wales. It was wild, and now you're seeing them get their own individual event. Medvedev says, oh wow, the women's Broncos team is better than the men's. Go figure. Yeah, they win every year. The Broncos women's team wins every single year. That's because their foundation hasn't completely capitulated in the last couple of years because Wayne Bennett left them in a shit situation. Desmond says, I think they had a second grade and third grade comp ages ago. They do, but I'm talking about like the women's origin. Like the actual big event of the women's origin was played as a pre-game entertainment to it was before the Titans under-20s game. And that's getting low. That's getting low. If you're putting the women's origin before a Titans under-20s game against the Raiders under-20s, shit, you're in a situation. Like, you are in a situation. It says 1999 women's origin started. I think Queensland won the first 16 years, or something like that, 17 years. Or maybe New South Wales won the first 16, 17 years, and that game Queensland won. I can't remember. Ryan Zuggs, I think it got big in 2018. Now, 2018 is the first year the NRLW started. That is a fact. The 2018 was the first. Oh, big hit there by the big one of the Broncos. She's still going. Look at her go. She's flying. Letting a doozy. Gee whiz, that was a doozy of a run. My goodness me. Right inside here, third tag with the Broncos at 35 minutes out. It was a huge run. Well, 2018 was when the league started, but I'm talking about when. I'm talking about before then. Knuckles says, Medvedev, sometimes it's good to take a break from men and watch lovely NRL goddesses. Exactly right. You do. You just do. You just do. You got to just have some appreciation, man. So fit tackle now, left-hand side. They're going to put that ball up there in the air. Under the left-hand side. Oh, jeez. Was that Tamika Upton coming through there? No, it was a number 2 there. It was a number 2 for the Broncos. And who is she? She is Julie Robinson. I'm just waiting for the first time someone comes on here and starts talking sexism. Guarantee it happens. It won't happen probably this week, but... You know, guarantee it happens next week. The more the guys get involved, the more they start, talking it up a little bit. And like I said before, as long as you don't represent this game about looks, it's okay. Oh, that's a knock-off with the Roosters. As long as you don't represent the individualities of this game about the looks, it's fine. But once you start solely referring to this game as about the looks, that's when it's not okay. Dasmate says, women's origin must have been cancelled from 1999 to 2014. But 2016 and 2019 counts. Didn't we win last year, Daz? Didn't the Queenslanders win last year, mate? Tell me right now. I want to hear right now. I want you to tell me right this. Why do you only say 2019? Why only 2016 and 2019? It's just a question. I'm just asking. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to learn, Daz. I'm just trying to learn. Why have you only mentioned 2016 and 2019? That's a knock on for the Roosters. From the Broncos, the Roosters will get the ball here, and apparently there's an offside maybe. Some penalty here for something. I don't know what this is. What is this? Penalty for what? I don't understand what the referee was doing this. Unless she's saying left early? Oh, she's basically saying, I don't know. Hurricanes, how many subs you away from 15K? About 32. About 32 subscribers away from 15K. We'll get it tomorrow night. I haven't been able to stream as much this weekend because I got very busy, but tomorrow night, Titans Warriors, I reckon on that game alone, we'll probably get it. Warriors usually have a very significant, streams have very significant people watching because they're from New Zealand. And Titans, obviously, there's a lot of people usually watching because they know I'm a Titans fan. So it's a mixture of two really good amount of people who want to go watch the stream for those. Oh, that's a full pass, the Broncos. Malcolm says, I wonder if they get paid same as men. You wish, mate. They get paid nowhere close to the men, mate. Nowhere close to the men. Most of these girls have second jobs. Desmond says last year was probably cancelled as well. It was not. No, the Origin was not cancelled last year, Jasmine. We streamed the game. I believe you were at that stream. You should know, mate. I'm brain fade right now. Let's put it this way. Brain fade. Brain frayed? Can't even speak English. That's how much of a brain fade I'm having right now. Knock on. No. Broncos here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. She just got buddy DeMar DeRozan. She just got DeMar DeRozan, who is the left centre for the Roosters. I think that was Jessica Surgis. That's not great. I think that's Jessica Surgis here. Oh, no, it might not be Surgis. It is probably Kelly there. Oh, yikes. So the Broncos will score a try there. And they should be out on the sides. It's going to be a tough one here to kick. But, you know, well, they can do it. They can do it. It's a 14-0 to the Broncos. Memphis says, Blaze, you should stream the AFLW Grand Final at least. Probably not, mate. Probably not. Dasman says the men's Origin happened. No, it didn't. No. Last year, it was only the women's. Emily Bass with the try there. Definitely did not see a men's Origin last year. Pandemic happened, mate. Come on. You've got to remember this. Pandemic happened. There was only the women's game because we really wanted to make sure the women's game kept getting the momentum. So we played the women's game and we said, you know what? We're not going to play any of the men's games because we already know Queensland won 2020. So we can just leave them with it for a little bit. It's a good thinking process by the NRL. You know, it's a good thinking process. So 30 minutes to go here of the game. Lauren Brown from the wing. Good kick. She just missed it. That was a good kick, though. So 30 minutes to go here, guys. 14 on the Broncos. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Get around it. Do it right now immediately. Shush. Thank you. Ryan Zargle said, I think the New South Wales men's started dynasty. Oh, here we go. We look really good, but Queensland proved us wrong in 2020, obviously. This is the state of Blues fans. This is the state of Blues fans. They win one time. They win one in a row, as they say. Hashtag one in a row. One in a row. Hashtag. If you don't get that joke, then you are the joke. They win one series. And now they're going to get a dynasty. They're going to get a dynasty because they win one series. Shit, man. Yeah. It's like 2020 didn't even happen. One series and now they're going to win a dynasty. Unbelievable. Hashtag one in a row, man. You Blues fans seriously are something. Oh, the Broncos are still going to get that ball. You guys are something special. You really are something special. Darren Daniel says they'd rather play flood footage in Queensland than putting the game back on. I'm pissed. Oh, really? Have they not got the game on? There's 30 minutes to go right now. 30 minutes to go, mate. Ryan Zucker says one in a row. Mate, that was their hashtag back in 2015 when they won for the first time in 8 years. Was it 2014? I think it was 2014 they won with Trent Hodgkinson and Josh Reynolds, I think it was. I think that was their halves pairing. And they won the two really low-scoring games, actually. I think the second game they won 8-6. And the first game they won like 6-4 or something like that. It was crazy, that series. But then we went and won 3 years in a row. Tamika Upton with a great step. She's away. Try time in the Broncos. Surely. Bing, 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 bing. Number 13 gets a troll. Ooh, that's a dodgy tackle there from the Roosters after the play. Number 13 for the Roosters will lap up a great play there from Tamika Upton. And it's Nikita Sal. But Tamika Upton set that try up brilliantly. And the Broncos are going to be up 8-0 here with a hit to come. It will be 20-0 coming on up, baby. 20-0 coming up for the Broncos. There you go. There you go. Memphis says, Ryan, that was my favourite year, 2020. It was a great year, mate. It was a great year. Captain James says, how pathetic are Blues fans? Play one in a row. One in a row and they're going to win the whole bloody... They're going to win the next 10 years in a row. It's something. It really is something. It is something. You know what? You know what would be poetic justice? It's not even necessarily... It's not going to happen. Surely New South Wales wins this year. But, like, can you imagine the amount of shit they've spoke about, like, we're the next dynasty... and then they lose this year. I remember the Chicago Cubs, the team I'm wearing right now. In 2016, they won for the first time in 108 years. 1908 was the last time they won. And the Cubs won in 2016. It had a really good team. And it was like, whoa, here we go. We're going to win the next we're going to win like four World Series, 5 in the next 10 years. And they've just blown the whole team up, and the only time they won was 2016, and they've just blown the whole team up a year and a half ago, and currently in the process of trying to really understand who I am as a person after my team blew up our entire team. So it's all right, New South Wales fans. I get you. I feel you. But please shush. Thank you. So 20-0 here to the Broncos with 27 minutes to go here, and I think they've won the game here. I think they've won the game. Medvedev says it was 2014, I think. I remember 2015 Game 3 where Queensland smashed them 53-4. Definitely wouldn't have been 53-4. It probably would have been 52-4, but I was at that game, yeah. I think I was at that. Oh, no, 2016 I was at, sorry. 2016 was when I was there, and Queensland throttled them in Suncorp. Dasmate says Queensland should have re-signed Paul Grant as coach. Mate, I tell you what, you ever say that again, I'm timing you out. I'm timing you out if you ever say that again. Ryan says, are you going to film the Knights versus Eels in the women's? No, unfortunately not, mate. The next streams I'll do is tomorrow night, Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs Sharks trial game and Titans Warriors trial game. But there's plenty of content to go and watch for this year. We've done 8 team makers so far. We've done the coaches, we've done the wingers, the centres, the fullbacks, the 5'8", the halfbacks, the front rows, the locks. That's it. That's all 8. We just haven't done the second rowers yet, and the hookers. Hookers comes out tomorrow at 5 p.m. So even though you can't do the stream tonight, we will have. You can go and watch any of those. And the 5'8" one, definitely check that one out. Dasmate says greatest coach in Queensland history. Shush. Fatima says Daniel, you were happy with yesterday's game. Daniel, Medvedev, yeah, he's a Cowboys fan, yeah. All right, so third tackle here at the halfway point. Medvedev, knowing Medvedev, though, he's the type of guy to think that a trials game means they're actually a good team, though. Fourth tackle now, 40 metres out from the line. Left-hand side here. I do think that pass from Dearden to Valentine Holmes was fantastic, though. Ryan Zarga says, is the World Series basically like a grand final? No clue, I don't know anything about baseball. Yeah, World Series is a best-of-7 series between the winner of the American League and the winner of the National League. Oh, she's dropped the ball. I think it's knocked backwards, though. No, woo. Big call. That's going to be knock on here. Thought that was knocked backwards. Yeah, the World Series is basically American League, which is there's 3 different divisions basically. So basically there's baseball's a frustrating game right now because we might not get a season this year because there's too many people in the Players Association who aren't agreed. There's a lockout right now. But basically, to make an understanding for you, I'm not going to talk in baseball terminology. There is 3 different groups in the American League with 4 different teams in each. Then there's the National League, and then there's the same amount over there. And 5 different teams in each, not 4 different teams in each, 5 different teams in each. And then they all play off to reach the World Series final in the American League, and then they all play off to finish in the World Series final in this for the league there. And the 2 teams, it's like basically Queensland Cup versus New South Wales Cup in that concept. They play each other in a best-of-7 series. So you can't actually play your biggest rival ever in a World Series. You can't ever play them. So that's a knock on there for the Broncos. The Roosters will get the ball here 5 minutes out. I hope that made it understandable. The Chicago Cubs can never play the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series. The Yankees can never play the Red Sox in the World Series. But they can play in the American League Championship. The Cubs and Cardinals can play in the National League Championship. But they can't play each other in the World Series. Malcolm says, Titans vs Warriors, always a good game to watch, hopefully no. Yeah, it was a great game last year, Malcolm, and we absolutely throttled you, Malcolm. We throttled you, mate. Slapped ya. We said, get out of here. Talking shit, Matt Lodge. Beat him 44-0. Get out of my face. Out of my face. Medvedev says, hey, Blaze, you jealous that Cowboys beat Broncos in a trial game? No, because the Titans play better with less players than the Cowboys did yesterday, which is why I'm very happy. So 25 minutes to go here, but like I said to you guys, I knew Medvedev would be the type of guy who thought that trial game meant they're going to win the comp. So second tackle now for the Roosters. They're 30 metres out here from their own line. And it's going to be a penalty here to the Chooks. They need to score quickly, though. They need to score quickly. They are getting smacked up right here. Getting smacked up. There we go. Isabel Kelly walking away there. She got slapped just then. Illegal steal, but it's going to be a penalty here to the Chooks. 24 minutes to go. That's why a lot of the time in the World Series, obviously you want to win, but it's not there's not much animosity there. You never really have an animosity-filled World Series necessarily. Sorry, one second, I'm going to sneeze. If I can. There's no real kind of anger-filled hatred for the other team, because you usually play your team that you hate the week before, if they're good enough anyway. Sometimes the other team is shithouse. So second tackle now, left-hand side. Roosters here, 20 metres out, couldn't get the offload away, then she gets the offload, and that's going to be a knock-on. And the Broncos will get the ball here, don't worry about that. Brigginshaw will just get taken down 35 metres out from her own line. Malcolm says, we lose every time, talk shit. I'll do whatever I say I want to do. And that's what I want to do. I want to talk shit. No, Titans usually lose to the Warriors, but last year was a different story. Second game anyway. First game we lost here. I was there at that game. We lost, 26 to 20 to 12 or something like that in Central Coast. But with that being said, there was a lot that went into that game. Fandom says, Roosters get smashed. One Broncos played better. Your Broncos are better. You didn't have to retract that message, by the way. I'll read out as best as I can, as long as I can understand what's being said. And you made it understandable what you're saying, but in the same sense, you made a few mistakes. Terry Moore says, Roosters player has a broken nose. She'll be right, mate. She'll be right. Just get it back in there. Just get a hit on the other side, and it'll crack it back in the right direction. So fifth tackle here with the Broncos, and the Roosters are going to get the ball 15 metres out. Good take there by the number 5. And just going to run this one straight on back here. I tell you what, the two star players in the centres of the Roosters today actually haven't had great games in Surgis and Isabel Kelly. Oh, good run here by the number 7, though. Yeah, Roosters haven't done a great deal since that first maybe 15 minutes. First for 15 minutes, I actually thought the Roosters were better defensively, but since then, the Broncos have clearly been the better team, and that's going to be a knock on there. Surely she's bounced that into the Bronco. No, apparently not. Apparently not. Wrinkleburger says not the schnoz. The schnoz, mate. The schnoz. It's all over. It's all over. Malcolm says hay fever. No, I think it's because the aircon's on. Sometimes when the aircon's on for too long, in Fiji, you kind of just need the aircon on 24/7. So when the aircon's on, sometimes I just get a little bit of, a little bit of the schnoz messing up. A little bit of the schnoz. Fifth tackle here for the Roosters. 40 metres out. Gets it back, and they whack it into the corner. Oh, they don't even know. They weren't calling for it. They nearly had a bit of a cuddle on the field, but it did not happen. And Tamika Upton will get tackled down 35 metres out. Fatima says, Broncos are playing better than men's Broncos. The women's Broncos team is better than the men's Broncos team. I actually believe they had a trial session against each other the other day. And not a trial session, a training session, sorry. Dasmate says, try coming up. Oh, you're going to just ruin it for me, aren't you? You're just going to ruin it for me, are you? You're a dog. You are a dog. So left-hand side here with the Broncos. They're 43 metres out. Gets it off to Brigginshaw. Brigginshaw right up the guts here through. What's she doing? What's she wearing? She's taping up her jaw. Left-hand side here with the Broncos. Here we go. 35 metres out. Pick it up. Bing, bong, bing, bong. And, oh, no. The Broncos still with the ball here. 8 metres out. Oh, here we go. She's a big bopper. She's just going to run this over. No, she didn't even do it. Ryan Zucker says, who are worse, Australian soccer football or Tigers? Oh, Tigers, mate. Shit. What are you doing with your life asking that question? The Tigers, mate. There's no one worse than the Tigers. At least Australia still makes the World Cup and still has a good chance of making the World Cup as long as we win our last 2 games, which is very difficult, but still. Just have to play Japan and Saudi Arabia, but at least it's in our hands. It is in our hands. People don't realise this. It is in our hands. If we beat Japan and then we beat Saudi Arabia, we are in the World Cup. Oh, knock on, son. Dasmate's a filthy liar. David Carter says, hi, bro. I got 2 new Panthers jerseys, so came for round 1. Well, you got 2, so that means you can give me 1. Thank you. Mevida says, Blaze, will you stream the Football World Cup this year? I will stream the Commonwealth Games this year. I will stream the Football World Cup this year. I will stream the NRL World Cup this year, Rugby League World Cup this year. I will stream the T20 World Cup this year. And you will hit the thumbs up button and subscribe right now. Thank you. Dasmate says Para's women's team plays next, but I swear I saw them play the Panthers yesterday. Dasmate. Gee whiz. That's just rude. It's right, but it's rude. David Carson says, I went to the Penrith Panthers versus Parramatta Eels trial game. We lost 36-0, but I'm more focused on round 1 against the Manly Warringah Seagulls at Bluebet Stadium. Penrith, you're more focused? Jeez, keep that focus, mate. They need you. Wrinkleburger says, oh, the Roosters away. Look at this. Surges, she's buddy banging down the field, but Tamika Upton, too good. She tackles it down, and Surges taking out the halfway point. Magapaka says, Dasma got the joke. No, I got the joke, all right. Oh, no, I got the joke. The joke was so bloody... I got it. Don't you worry. There's no joke that gets past me, mate. Queen Gutho was very good yesterday. Queen Gutho. Tell you that right now. If you think I don't get the joke, mate, if you don't think I got the joke, then you are the joke. Member says, Blaze, why do you need a Panthers jersey? You're not going to do your Titans like that, are you? Mate, I got a Lakers shirt. I got a Utah Jazz shirt. I got a Milwaukee Bucks shirt. I got a New York Knicks shirt. I got a bloody everything shirt. That's just because I got those shirts doesn't mean I'm not a Chicago Bulls fan. You know, I got a Roosters shirt. I got a Rabbitohs shirt. I got a Parramatta Eels scarf. I've got, I got a, what else I got? I got everything, man. I got everything, man. I got a bloody Shark shirt. Manly shirt. Bronco. Oh, I don't have a Broncos shirt. I have a Broncos scarf at home, though, on the Gold Coast, which I'll get. Doesn't see you're a Lakers fan, though. Hey, mate, why don't you pass the ball to Russell Westbrook? Huh? Your best player, Russell Westbrook. You would have won the game yesterday. No, sorry. You always bloody can't beat the Clippers, can you? Ryan Zarkos says, do you have a Man United shirt, though? You shut your dirty mouth. Macapaka says, sorry, I was referring to Ryan Zarkos because he corrected Tasmate before my comment. Oh, did he really? Oh, that was the men's, this is the women's. Oh, no, Ryan didn't get it. Oh, no. So 18 and a half minutes to go here. 20-0 to the Brisbane Schmonkos. They're looking pretty good here. Gee, she's got a full sleeve tat. I'm not going to lie, guys. Tattoos on chicks, not a big fan of, personally. Not especially the long, big ones. Like the small ones, great. But like big ones like that. And like I'm sure girls are like that with some guys too, but not a big fan of the old sleeve tattoo. Even on a guy, I'm not even a big fan. Guys aren't trying to impress me though. Well, girls aren't trying to impress me. You know, they're trying to impress anyone. But point of the matter is, like, I'm not even a big fan of it on guys. Member says, yeah, just the Broncos scarf will do. Just shush, please. Just please, shush, please. Ryan Zargle says, I get the joke now. Mate, well done. You got there in the end. As long as you got there. That's the main thing. We had to really force you to get there, but you still got there nonetheless. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just not my thing. I'm not a big fan of the old big tattoos. Small ones are fine though. It's not like I have like an anti-Exodus bloody tattoo thing, but so Robertson comes off here for Ferguson. David Carson got the Panthers, the Black Panthers home jersey and the Pink Panthers away jersey. Well, you can give me the Black Panthers home jersey then, David. Thank you. Macapaka says, you like a tramp stamp. Jeez, that's the first place you think of, isn't it? The first thing you think of. Oh, that's a brilliant run here by the numbers. Is that 17 again? 17 for the Roosters is Simone Kapani. That was a very good run. Right-hand side, they got numbers. Got numbers. No, you didn't. Oh, it is fit tackle. Be fair. Oh, still to make it up to the safe as buddy. A builder on a construction site. That's how safe she is. And if you're a builder and you're not safe, well, shit, that's not my problem. That's your problem, mate. Sounds like a you problem to me. Macapaka used to scare me when I was young, not going to lie. He still scares you. Dad's mate says, I'll get a Bulldogs 2022 premiership tattoo. Western Bulldogs do have a good chance, to be fair. Yeah, Western Bulldogs aren't actually a bad shout. David can't convert you to the Panthers. No, you ain't converting nothing. But I will wear a Panthers shirt. Ryan Zucker says, never you into the night garden was goated. Oh, no. Funman says, if you get 20,000 subscribers, you have to get a Man United jersey. Absolutely not. How about that one? How about this? I've got a wild opinion here. What a wild shout. Big shout here. Okay. There's that option. And then there's the option of God hell no. And I'm going to lean with the God hell no. And I don't even care if you say $1 million. I ain't ever buying a Man United jersey. So Roosters here with the ball 40 metres out. Bones Boy says Bulldogs are overrated. Oh, don't start him, man. Really? You have to start the Bulldogs fans in the chat? Shit. So 16 minutes and 44 seconds to go to the game. Macapaka says Mitch Barnett has a tramp stamp and you love him a bit. Oh, no, does he? Does he actually? Does he actually? I actually think Mitch Barnett's not too bad, though, as a player. I think he's got a ceiling of upper end of the job, but in the same sense, like it's a good ceiling of upper end of the job. Oh, Luke, Barrett's not overrated. Barrett's shithouse. He's not overrated. He's shithouse, and everyone knows it. So Roosters here, 25 minutes out. Ryan, definitely a great show. My point still stands. Your point never stands, mate. Roosters 25 minutes out. The 17. No, I don't even know who that is. 20 minutes out here. Don't forget, Knights Eels right after this, guys. I won't be streaming it, but have fun with it. Should be an interesting game between two new teams, and the Broncos will get that ball 3 minutes after the line. David Carson says, have you got a new Gold Coast Titans jersey? I don't really wear jerseys, man. I usually prefer shirts and singlets and whatnot. I'm from the Gold Coast, man. I'm not from Sydney. You know, I'm used to... I'll tell you guys a funny story, because this game's over. But I'll still watch the game and react to it for the next 15, 16 minutes. Funny story, Roosters Rabbitohs vlog about 3 years ago, 3 years ago, was a preliminary final I think it was the last game at Allianz before it got torn down and redone. I went to the game with a friend of mine. We were going with the Rabbitohs. We were in the Rabbitohs. They lost the game, I believe. Actually, yeah, it was 2018. Oh, British just got crunched in the tackle. But anyway, went to the game in thongs and flip-flops because that's exactly what we do in Gold Coast and also in Fiji, to be fair. That's a knock-on, by the way, so Roosters get the ball. And I broke one of my thongs, on the way to the game. In a tree at a pub. I accidentally kicked the tree and it just broke. So I'm in, what's that area called? It's not Bondi. I know the Roosters represent Bondi, but I'm in that really ritzy area of Sydney. And in the Gold Coast, you could just go to the service station and get a pair of thongs, or anywhere. You could just go to a service station and just pick up a pair of thongs. But in that area of Sydney, you can't, right? So I had to go door knocking at people's houses to ask them for a spare pair of shoes. Yeah, it was interesting because it was like 6 o'clock at night before the game, 6:30 at night. So there was nothing around like a Kmart or whatnot. Nothing was open. It was on like a Saturday or whatnot, and nothing was open. So I had to go knocking on people's doors. Luckily, someone gave me a pair of their thongs, which was quite funny. And he said pay it forward, which I did. But yeah, it took me about an hour of knocking on random people's doors in a really ritzy area of Sydney for someone's thongs or someone to give me a pair of shoes. Someone tried to give me a pair of shoes, but they didn't fit. They were too small. So yeah, that was a fun little story of behind the scenes of that Rabbitohs versus Roosters vlog that you got to see like 3 years ago on the channel. It was so embarrassing though, man. Going knocking on people's doors, asking for shoes. Like when you have the money for shoes, but you can't get it because nothing's open. Jasmine says you should have put that part in the vlog. No, mate. No, mate. I might nowadays. I probably would have done that. It would have been actually quite funny, to be fair. Luke says not selling thongs at the servo. That should be illegal. It should be. Because, I could have technically gone to that game, I reckon. I reckon I could, especially being a Rabbitohs game, I definitely could have gone to that game with no shoes. But because it's like a normal for them. But it would have been imagine if one of you guys had seen me there and they'd be like, why are you wearing no shoes, mate? What's going on here? Come on, man. People, even though that was still very early days on my YouTube, people still recognize, that was a terrible set from the Roosters. Oh my God. People still recognize me at games back then because of the vlogs. And that would have been so awkward if someone met me and said, where's your shoes, mate? Why are you walking around no shoes at a stadium? You know what I'm saying? Max Shelton says, hey, just tune in and you're watching the Melbourne Storm game. Unfortunately not, man. I got family around. I'm busy. I'm heading back to the Gold Coast, Australia this week for the first time in 3 months on Wednesday. So I've got a lot to do. Plus I've got family around. So I'll stream tomorrow night's Titans, Warriors, and Bulldog Sharks, though. That's what I'll do. David Khan says, who did the Titans play round 1? We play Parramatta Squeals. Desmond says, weren't you in the burrow? It would have been a normal thing. That's what I was trying to make. That was the joke. Oh, come on, Daz. Oh, buddy Daz, mate, doesn't realise that was a joke I was making. But it was just because I'm from the Gold Coast. We're a really great bunch on the Gold Coast, the greatest place in Australia, the world. So we don't do that, We're really classy on the Gold Coast. Incredibly classy, So 4 tackle lead with the Broncos. They're 45 metres out. Next week, Fiji playing some rugby. Yeah, I don't even know who they play, actually. I actually would love to see, actually. I'm going to quickly have a look-ski here. I'm going to quickly have a look. Who do the Fiji and Drua play? Actually, no, I think it's against the... Because I'm going to be in Queensland. I can't go to watch the Drua game, unfortunately, because I'll be at the Titans season launch. I will be going to the Gold Coast Titans season launch next Friday night, guys. If you have got an invite, I will see you there. That's the night Fiji and Drua play in Queensland, which sucks. I would have loved to have gone to that game. I think it's against the Highlanders, maybe? Maybe, I'm not sure. So right-hand side here with the Shooksters. 40 metres out. Surges gets it off to Isabel Kelly. Kelly here, 30 metres out. She's going to step around. She'll be 28 metres out from the line now. Mevedo says, are you and Hayden going to have a big rivalry for round 1? No. No. I don't even know if he's going to the game. He probably would be, though. He's down there. He should be. I'm going to stream the game, but I'll be at every Titan. You will not see a Titans live stream from home this year. But away games you will. Away games you will. All right, so 5th tackle here for the Jooksters. Oh, gee whiz, that's just my audio went down, but we're back. As we entry here, so going to still get their tackle. Just wait up. Dasmate says, Minor Pacifica game was postponed again. Yeah, it was. Who did they play? They play the Rebels, man. Oh, they would have won that game too. Shit, man. Shit. Oh, Saturday, 12th of March against the Reds, though. So at least I get a Suncorp game the week after, unless... No, the week after will be the start of the NRL season. Oh, I could go to that game, but they're going to get slapped by the Reds. Shit. Rugby League Roundup says, hey bro, hello mate, how we doing? Ryan Hand, not going to lie man, bit odd to be asking if I have a girlfriend. Bit interesting. I know we're watching the women's game right now, but my girlfriend does not play the NRLW. So a bit of an interesting question to be asking. Tongatuki though, Sarah Tongatuki, she is down injured right now. She is down injured. Fatima says, did you hear about Roger Tuivasa-Sheck move to Super Rugby? No, Fatima. No, I didn't hear about one of the best rugby league players to play the game going to Super Rugby and playing for the Auckland Blues, who lost by 1 point yesterday, 33-32. I don't know about that. No, I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. No, I'm not too sure. I didn't see him miss a tackle that was actually the reason they kind of lost. But overall, actually had a pretty good game. But that's all I've heard because I definitely don't know about that, no. Jay says, g'day, do you have a girlfriend? Hey, Jay Hayes, he's a dodgy bloke, that one. He's a dodgy bloke, that one. You know, people watch a girls' game for, 70 minutes and they lose their mind. Start talking about girls. Start talking about women. Just watch the game and enjoy it, you bloody horn dogs. Left-hand side here, 11 minutes to go here of the game. Oh, good run there. 3 minutes short. Oh, taken down. Here we go. Here comes the Chooksters. Here comes the Chooksters. Can they score? Can they not get beaten to nil? Can they score something before the end of the game? If they score here, they're actually kind of... No, they can't win from here. They need to get 4 converted tries to nothing. Well, 2 converted tries and 3... No, 3 converted tries. Roosters at the try time for the Chooksters. Bum, 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 bum. Number 12 there for the Roosters. What's her name? I'm going to have to go here onto the thingo. So that is going to be 20-4 here with Zigiko Dugam for the Chooksters. Bing bong. There we go. 20-4. There we go. Okay, who's the number 12 here? Who's the number 12 with the Roosters? Her name is Olivia Koenig. Olivia Koenig. Well, there you go. And apparently she's a debutante too. Look at those legs, bloody chugging along. Choo, chugga, chugga, big red car. The Roosters score a try. And the comeback, here we go. Memphis says, Blaze, that was sarcasm, wasn't it? I don't even know what was sarcasm. What was sarcasm? I don't know what I said. Someone said that it was sarcasm. Probably was. I can probably guarantee you that whatever I said that you thought was sarcasm was probably sarcasm. And, she missed a kick. But, hey, what do you mean you missed the kick, ma'am? David Carnes is full-time 26. Well, no, they're not going to go for a penalty, mate, because she just missed the kick from basically in front. Shit, man. Makapaka says Daly Cockeater is BKR's girlfriend. He just loves him after his good work at the Titans a few years back. Daly Cockeater didn't actually come to the Titans. He was too busy at goal. Unfortunately. But at least the Roosters do score a try here. They don't get beaten to the Zimbabwe. But that's a nice little try there for Olivia Koenig. There you go. Comeback time, Bonesy Boy says. Mate, comeback is on, mate. Jeez, you've never seen a comeback like this. You nearly saw it for the Titans before against the Dragons. Didn't happen, though. Bonesy Boy says Cockeater was too busy for the Titans. Was too busy for the Titans, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't do that on the Gold Coast. Like I said, we're very classy. Yeah, we're just super classy on the Gold Coast, right? So, unfortunately, DCE, Daly Cockeater was too busy. It just didn't really fit in with the culture of the Gold Coast, which was just simply being elegant. We are super elegant. 9 minutes to go here of the game. Thumbs up, subscribe. Rugby League Roundup sets up the Dragons, GG. Yeah, that's what it is. First ever game of the Titans. Actually was more impressed with the Titans than how the Dragons played, to be fair. The Dragons, for a well-established team in this competition of 4 years, or 3 years anyway, technically, to have played like that was pretty disgraceful, to be fair. But in the same sense, I was impressed with the Titans. The Roosters are actually making a bit of a comeback here. Especially for a team that's never played a single game of NRLW before. I was impressed with how the Titans went. 4 tackle now for the Roosters, 30 metres out. Gets this ball out to the wing. And Parker gets taken down at 20 metres out from the line. Titans play the Roosters next week. I think the Titans actually might be able to beat this team at the moment. Puts that ball up. Chance, they need to score. Oh, she's caught. No, she's dropped it. It was so close. Thomas said James Roberts too classy for the Gold Coast as well. James Roberts ain't classy, man. That's why we got rid of him. We said, get out of him, man. We're going to falsify a contract just to get rid of you. How about that? You know what I'm saying? That's what we said. Fact. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying to you. James Roberts, we were too classy for James Roberts. You know? That ball goes backwards, by the way, for the Roosters. Rugby League Roundup. Did you watch the Shield yesterday? What a great win. I think Junior Amone is going to be an amazing player. Yeah, trial game though. But like it was decent. I didn't watch the game. I've been flat out this weekend, but in the same sense, I've seen highlights. It's great. It's a trial game though, you know. But yeah, good win by the Dragons. But this is a trial game. Then it says James Roberts was exiled from the Gold Coast here because he's a flog. Ryan Zagros, has there ever been a 50 bomb in the NRLW? I would assume so. Yeah, maybe. We can actually have a quick little look-ski here. Because there's not many games to go through, it's actually pretty quick to go and check. Broncos here, they're going to be away. 35 minutes out. Fitzago. Let's have a quick little look. Tarek Beams is high. Hello, Tarek Beam. How we doing, Champione? Who you going for, buddy? Roosters. Oh, they didn't even know what they were doing there. They might break away here. She might break away. She's away. Isabel Kelly's away. Look at her go. She's playing fine. It was actually Sturgis, not Kelly. I'm all over the shop. I get them confused all the time. 2020, 20-10 of the Broncos. No, there's no feedy bombs there. No feedy bombs there. There was not a feedy bomb in the 2020 season. In the 2019 season, there was a 30-6 in the grand final of the Bronx. I think 30 is the highest I've seen so far. 30 is the highest I've seen so far, unless I'll quickly go back and have a look at 2020 again. 30 points by the Broncos is the highest I've seen. Yeah, okay, so since 2018, 34-12, that's the highest. 34 points for the Broncos in the grand final. Broncos had 32 there. No, the highest points that have ever been scored in the women's NRLW has been the Broncos with 34. No, 50 bombs, mate. Tarek Beam, so go for the Roosters on the girls, the boys, but I think we're going to go bad this year. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know a great deal about the women's game, but the Roosters are usually pretty good. But I think that the Titans, they get another game in their system next week. I think they'll be good. I think the Titans will beat the Roosters after what I just watched. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the Knights and the Eels go. Broncos look as good as ever. Probably win it again this year. But that last 10 minutes of that Titans game really does give you, hope for how the team will go. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're around here. Do it or you're a loser. Say that. Say that, buddy. Thanks for checking. Don't you worry, mate. I'm always checking. Even when I'm not checking, I'm still checking. So first tackle now for the Roosters at the halfway point, right-hand side. Oh, man, you guys don't understand how excited I am to get to my first game in a year. Truly, my last game that I went to, you guys actually probably know which game was the last game I went to because I vlog every game I go to. Was it Titans Roosters or was it Titans Tigers last year? As in Titans Tigers at Campbelltown. Oh, she dropped a ball. Was it Titans Roosters or was it Titans versus Tigers? Actually, the Titans Roosters vlog didn't come out. Which game was first? The Titans Tigers at Campbelltown or the Titans Roosters at Seabus? I think it might have been Titans Tigers. I think it might have been Titans Tigers. Medvedev says, Blaze, you think Geelong will make the finals again and then fall short in the finals again? Medvedev, who do you support again, Medvedev? Don't you support the Crows? Well, you just mind your own business down there in the bottom four, mate. Rugby League Roundup says my first game is going to be the Dragons versus Panthers round 2 at Cogra. Yeah, my first game is going to be Titans versus Warriors at Seabus. Actually, no, sorry, Broncos Rabbitohs next Friday night. Broncos Rabbitohs next Friday night at Suncorp I'll go to. Titans Souths? Nah, I don't think so. Titans Souths was earlier on in the year. That was early on in the year, I think. Titans versus Broncos, I know you did that. Yeah, that was like round 2, though. I think Titans Broncos was like round 2. That was ages ago. That was like March of last year. Maybe since I support the Crows. I know you support the Crows. That's why I said mind your own business down there in the bottom four, buddy. Didn't you guys get absolutely slaughtered the other day, too, in the trial games? Well, you mind your own business down there, buddy. Huh? Talking shit. Why don't you just focus on your own goddamn season, buddy? Tarek Beam says who's playing next. Eels and Knights. Eels and Knights. There's only 6 teams. So Titans, Dragons played before. Broncos, Roosters played now. Eels, Knights after this, but I won't be streaming the Eels, Knights game. I won't be streaming it. Rugby League Roundup says, bro, in round 1, 2018, I was at the Dragons vs Broncos game and I was sitting one row behind you. Dragons, Broncos, 2018. Did I vlog it? Surely I would have vlogged that. Surely I would have. Good stuff, man. Well, if you see me again this year, say hello. A lot of people do. A lot of people message me afterwards or on a stream and say, oh, I saw you there. I wanted to come up to you, but I was too nervous. Man, I'm just a normal person, man. Like, you can easily come up and say hello, even if you want to jump on the vlog. As long as I haven't got too much footage already. Sometimes people do ask to come on the vlog after a game, and I'm like, oh, I've already kind of filmed with other people, but, you know, for people, you know, don't feel nervous, man. You know, like shit. Freo slaughtered West Coast. Oh, here we go. Remember, this is what we did. We got smashed by Brisbane in the trial game. So you shut up! Don't you talk about Geelong, mate. Don't you talk about Geelong. When was the last time you won the flag, eh? We won 3 in 6 years. How many of you guys won in total? I did Muppet. Don't you start me. This is Titans season, promise. Bonesy boy, Titans season is actually 2023, unfortunately. But this is going to be a great year for the Titans. But 2023 is the year we win. Everyone knows it. They just don't believe it, but they know it. Adam Milton says you're doing some great work and love your commentary on the games. Best thing is you're a Titans fan. Appreciate you, dude. We're here all the time. Obviously, this game, we haven't really done a great... Or we do talk when it happens, but like this game's pretty much been over from the outset. But yeah, it's going to be a big season, man. You know, we're going to be doing the NRLW. Now this is just a channel that we're going to be focusing on Australian sport. It's going to give me a lot more opportunity to post more videos too during the weeks, rather than what I do with the American sports as well, but that's why BKR Sport USA is happening. So, no, it's going to be a big year here for Rugby League, and Rugby League World Cup later on this year as well. Should be good, but we'll be doing the 2 NRL games tomorrow night in the trials, which is Dogs, Sharks, and Dogs, Sharks, and Titans versus the Warriors. But at least you're a Titans fan, because now you're not a Muppet like half these idiots over here, especially that Dogs Muppet there, and there's also Cowboys Muppet there. Tigers, Titans at Campbelltown, I think Lachlan says. Yeah, probably that one. There's actually a few Titans fans in the chat right now. As long as you're not a Broncos fan, mate, you know, you're good. You're all good, you know. Fitzackle with the Broncos, they're 5 minutes out right now. I don't hate the Broncos, man. I just know that it triggers all the Broncos fans in the chat when I talk shit. Fitzackle now, 4 minutes 20 to go here of the game. They're 1 metre out here for the Broncos. Leonard Dootsy gets it back to number 14. Brigginshaw, 10 metres out, gives it off outside. It's Fitzackle, Muppets. Fitzackle, buddy, Muppets. Yeah, it's going to be Roosters ball. Ryan Hess says, who's your favourite NRL team in the men's? From the last minute of me talking, I want you to make a guess. I want you to make a wild guess, like a crazy wild guess. How about that? I want you to make a wild guess. As a Kiwi, hoping all you Aussies are safe from all that flooding. Mate, I'm safe, mate. I'm in Fiji, so... but I am Australian, so you did say, hope all you Aussies are safe, and I am Australian, I am an Aussie, so don't worry, mate, I'm safe. But yeah, obviously, you know, tough situation for Australia right now. Tough situation all over the world, man. Hope everyone's doing well. There, Ismail Kelly's away here for the Roosters. The Chookshish is away. Oh, she had an open play on the inside there, but she didn't get the ball away. Ryan says Broncos, you muppet. You muppet. Roosters, oh, she's going to dummy that one. 30, 25 minutes out here from the line. Or Titans. Now we're talking right here. Now we're talking, mate. So forward tackle now. Because literally the comment that I just responded to from Adam Milton was literally talking about me being a Titans fan. It's a one-on-one strip from the number 12 of the Broncos, mate. She is a flyer. She's actually a good player, this number 12 of the Broncos. She would knock me out one punch as well. Amber Hall. She'd knock me out one punch, mate. Truly. Tommy says, Manly, get out of here. Get out of here. That's my dad. I know, it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate my dad's a Manly fan. Dad says Newtown Jets. Mate, the day I support the Newtown Jets is the day the Belmont becomes the official home ground of the New Zealand Warriors. So forward tackle now. 45 metres out from their own line. Right hand side. MLG says bula bula bula. Mate, beautiful day here in Fiji today. Beautiful day. I've got to soak it up because I'm going to rainy weather. I'm going to soak up this beautiful day while I can because I'm going back to rainy Gold Coast right now. David, did you go to any of the NRL trial games, bro? Mate, do I look like I've got any NRL trial games? I'm in Fiji. There's no trial games in Fiji, mate. So Roosters now get the ball. It's actually a good chase here for the Broncos, considering it's been 75 minutes, 70 minutes or whatnot. Roosters here. Oh, she's going to get crunched. She's lost the ball. Oh, dearie me. Air Rack says hello. Hello, buddy. How we doing? Bonesy Boy says, Dads, who do you go for? Mate, whenever I talk about Belmore, this guy tells me it's the greatest stadium on the planet. So that should tell you everything you need to know. Minute 37 to go here. The Broncos are going to get a nice little cheeky win here, but they might be able to add on to their tally right now. Yeah, see, Bonesy Boy, that's a great emoji there. That does represent us, mate. It does. It does. Yeah, get well soon, does. Yeah, rest in peace, the old dad's mate, the old Bulldogs fan in the chat. So minute 20 to go here. Can the Broncos score one more? Tamika Upton. Oh, is that a high tackle there? Kind of. I would argue it. I would do it. And Tamika Upton. Oh, brilliant. Just got crunched the tackle there. My goodness me. Left-hand side underneath. Knock on. Roosters get the ball. They could break away here. 10 metres out. They might break away if you pass the ball. She's not going to do that, though. Oh, she's still going here. Look at her go. She's bloody flying. Number 15. Air Racks, I don't think we're going to win this year. Yeah, you're not the Titans, mate. That's why. That's a penalty here to the Chooks. Mate, it's one game. Relax. It's one game. Method says, Air Rack, don't tell me, are you a Chooks fan? Mate, you're like Sherlock. Like this, I know there's like a massive Roosters logo in his picture, but like truly, that's something I'm surprised you knew as a Roosters fan. He comes onto a Rooster stream, says, I don't think we're going to win this year while they're down 20-4, and he's got a Rooster logo. I wonder if he's a Roosters fan. It'd be crazy if he is. That'd be such a coincidence, you reckon? That'd be such a coincidence. So 10 seconds to go here of the game. Second tackle now. Can the Chooks just get something here late on? Can they get something here late on here? No, they're not going to get anything late on. That is it, Reno. So 20-4 will be the final score here of the game. 20-4 final score. Actually was exciting for parts. Roosters were very good defensively early days, but did kind of falter off a little bit. Maybe he likes the red Rooster. Get out of here. But that is the end of the game here, guys. So for the Roosters, who would I say is a good player from that game? I think that Sturgis was obviously good, but that's an obvious one, to be fair. Jocelyn Kelleher gave it a crack, but not too much. Tonga Tuki, I actually thought she did pretty well for the most part. Got injured late on. Olivia Koenig was great with that try, but did knock the ball on pretty quickly afterwards. There wasn't anything crazy from most of that, unless we can look at the player stats here. But the player stats don't really give us anything. They don't really give us any kind of good stats to go off. So don't even look at that there. Tamika Upton was great here with the Broncos today. I thought Julie Robinson was pretty fine too. In both ways. Ali Brigginshaw, fantastic as usual. Ali Brigginshaw is one of the best players in the competition, always. Millie Boyle and Lenarduzzi, Chelsea Lenarduzzi, were both fantastic in the front row. Amber Hall, I'd probably say she was the player of the game. Amber Hall was just crazy with her running style, just absolute big bobber there and just pumping off players left, right and centre. It was just fantastic. I think that's about it really. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Obviously, this is the first week of the NRLW. We'll be back doing NRLW next week. I'm not going to do the Eels Knights game right after this, but next week we'll be smacking it out again. Tomorrow night we've got the Titans Warriors and Bulldogs Sharks trial streams that we're going to be doing. Plus we've got the who's the team? We've got the Hookers team makers coming out tomorrow on Monday. That's what's going to be coming out. We've already done the 5/8, which was last Friday. We've done the front row forwards. We've done the locks. We've done the halfbacks, the fullbacks, the 5/8s, the centres, the wingers, literally everything, and the coaches. So they've already come out, so go and check them out now. But I'm going to jump off for now. Appreciate you as always. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.